We keep some petty cash always in our hand, roughly about 10,000 or something we keep, and sometimes more during festivals or other occasions. Let's assume that somebody comes into your house and then he sees that your petty cash is in a accessible position and he takes out 100 rupees or 500 rupees note and burns it, and then keeps on burning in front of you. Do you think you will keep quiet? Most of us will probably go and push that person out or just take away that money from their hand. But what do we do with our time? If somebody comes and knocks and says that in working hours, I'm talking about only working hours, sometimes comes into you and says, hey, I need to talk to you about this investment, or I need to talk to you about this clarification, or can I talk to you about some weekend programs and all that, again strictly in working hours only. Do you realize that it is almost equivalent to burning money in a very similar way? Let me give you a very simple calculation to illustrate my point. Let's assume you just we earn about 20 lakhs a year, and I know it's not a very big amount, but just for simplicity's sake, let's take this 20 lakhs a year, and then including 52 weeks and 40 hours a week, it's about 2,000 hours in a year. So that would be roughly about 1,000 rupees an hour. So essentially every 5 minutes, every minute is roughly about 16 rupees or something. So every 5 minutes is roughly about 100 rupees. So imagine when you spend that time in distraction by looking at your social media, or distracted by phone call, or distracted by any other event, somebody actually knocking on your door or cubicle, you actually lose that money. It's almost equivalent to burning that money. So how do you really save that money? How do you really make sure that you do not get the victim of distraction? I believe the only way is by being disciplined. The only way is by creating infrastructure, by creating systems which will make sure that you do not get distracted. You fix a regimen, you create a sort of mindset among your workers and among your colleagues that when you are working on this area, you will not be disturbed. Maybe you will take a break time, and in the break time or meeting time, you go out and meet people. Now, with discipline and with some amount of system in place, you would be able to kill distraction. Now, my question for you is, would you really want that much of distraction to destroy your life, or would you prefer to be more disciplined and kill those distractions? Thank you. This is Rajesh here.